How's it going, Aquarius community? You know who it is. It's Soul Tigress with a special story for this wonderful frequency. So first off, let me start off by saying thank you. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your patience as I navigate this story between the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and everything in between. Now, with that being said, this is a space where I call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy to come on in and be the guides and protectors for all the positive messages that are gonna come out. Now, with that being said, nope, this is not Love Tarot. This channel is geared around self-empowerment. And what that means to me is building the stepping stones to getting closer to our soul being, which helps align us with a higher power. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the vibe, Aquarius. Oh my goodness, you got some spice, you got some nice, and then a little, I don't know. But, first off is hypnotized. Can't get enough, running from the truth. I quote, "You know nothing about this," end quote. Someone or someones are watching what you do and how you move. Big changes on the horizon if you're willing to let it in. Mentally, this change will be challenging. This could be about you aligning with your emotional self, learning how to navigate between what you feel and how you think. It feels like something you have been silently praying for that is coming about, but it may come about in the least expected way. Aquarius, be ready. The universe is gonna what I'm hearing is it's gonna surprise you with something. Be careful at this moment because there is a lurking energy around. Watch out for deception. I don't know what it is. That energy came in a little bit towards the end, and I can just see this person's eyes in a sense, and they're just kind of overlooking what you're doing. Now, I don't know if you left this person in a bad way. I don't know if this person, hasn't moved on for something, but there's definitely, you are being observed. It's more than one person. Just watch out for deception. Watch out for strange accounts that are trying to come in, things that you can't tell who the owner is type of stuff. For me, myself, I don't use that WhatsApp app. I don't use Telegram app. I don't use any apps, anything that covers up who a person can be, because you don't really know who's on the other line sometimes when it comes to WhatsApp or Telegram. For myself, I always see like a big red sign saying stop or a caution sign saying don't even use those apps. So I follow my intuition. I'm not going to lie. You want to get a hold of me, you know how to get a hold of me the right way. Come at me with your real self or don't come at me at all type of vibe. So watch it, Aquarius. Watch it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Definitely the guiding energies wanted me to do the universe oracle first. I wanted to do it as your concluding deck, but there's something here they want to open up with right away. So ancestors, spirit guides, what is it that needs to come out for the introduction for the Aquarius frequency? Well, two things you're confused on and you're not seeing right now, Aquarius. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Like I said, there's something that's coming about. It's on the horizons, but you have to be willing to open up to this. What is it that you've been closed off with fear towards? It's something that we need to bring some acceptance, compassion, mercy, kindness onto ourselves, onto how we view this area in our lives, this darker part, maybe this darker part that kind of keeps us at bay with some things. Another thing is, I am the loving energy of the universe. Oh, Aquariuses, I just want to give y'all hugs right now. Oh, I feel like with this one, the universe is literally giving you an energetic hug. And it wants to let you know that you are aligning with the energies, those cosmic, celestial type of energies. I know Aquariuses, we tend to overthink a lot. A lot of people mark us as being cold, quick to cut off, emotionless. I mean, especially when we laugh at really inappropriate times. Somebody had told me is that we have a habit of doing that when the conversation's uncomfortable. And sometimes the conversation's uncomfortable because we already know. We already know what somebody's choices are going to get them. And to sit there and actually tell them what the repercussions are going to be, we know the outcomes of that one as well. So we pick and choose. We pick and choose. But just know when you use that kind of discernment, you are checking in with yourself. You are feeling the guided messages, because what I was told when I was going through my Reiki is, you don't share everything that you feel with the clients. It can be very invasive, and if the clients have not worked up to that point in processing that energy, it could offend them. And I find myself in a lot of predicaments where, as a fellow air sign, I feel a lot, but I also observe a lot on how people dig themselves that hole, and they dig it deeper and deeper and deeper. Now just know, Aquariuses, that people run at odds ends with you because you're so smart. You see what's going on, but not only do you see it consciously, you're connected. And this is why you're able to speak up and be more forward about things. In a world that is plagued with lies as the truth, we can definitely feel like the oddballs out. Is that how it goes? The oddball out? Yeah. So just know you may be the oddball out when it comes to social norms, but as long as you're sticking to that authentic truth, you're aligned with something higher. Woo-wee. So, here we go. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Oh man, do we struggle with the human experience here. It's like I said, you're like that kid in the class who's too smart. You get bored. You get bored of watching other people do their things. You learn so much from others too. But be careful, because just like us, all these others are human as well. And they may not learn as quick. They may not want to connect consciously to themselves. That's on them. But don't let these experiences of being human keep you closed off. Again, there's something coming in that you've been praying for, that you've been looking for with a higher up kind of energy. What I have here is my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And that lands on the presence of love will always cast out fear. And I am the loving energy of the universe. What I'm hearing to refer to is whatever's coming in or has just came in. This is a big key right here. Be in the moment. Whenever it happens, do the best to be mindful, keeping yourself in the present. It's really easy for us to close ourselves off or to briskly go the other way. But the divine wants you to be present, because I'm hearing there could be a present for you that's being presented. And if again you brisk off, if you go briskly on your way thinking that it's something that's the same thing, you're gonna miss out on something. So just look at it in the moment with love, light, and compassion. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. That is the biggest truth right there. The more we hold on to what we're assuming it is, what we're assuming it could be, it's like it's like judging a book by its cover. We don't know. There's a lot of assumptions, and growing up, you don't assume because it makes an ass out of you and it makes an ass out of me kind of thing. And I really feel like for Aquarius, it's backing off of assumptions, really opening up, really interpreting what's going on by being present. And again, viewing this in love, light, and compassion. Now, I'm not telling you to open yourself up to somebody take advantage of you either. That's another thing. You need to have love. You need to be in that light. You need to be in that compassion always for yourself. If you love yourself, you know to protect yourself. All right? So I'm not telling you to be a doormat. All right. So last card here. I honor how I want to feel. And you've seen me turn that. This is something that you're at odds ends with. How do you want to feel, Aquarius? Do you want to feel more secure? Do you want to feel more protected? Do you want to feel like you're able to open yourself up to the flow of life and the adventures that are due to come your way with the courage to take them on, instead of with the fear of everything that will go wrong kind of thing? Woo-wee. Sometimes it's hard to make the leaps to new employment. Sometimes it's hard to make the leaps to moving even to a new city. Sometimes it's hard to make the leap into getting into something new in general. But just know that the divine has a plan for you. All right, so let's go ahead and ask the divine spirit guides, ancestors, what needs to come out for the present. So I have a Page of Pentacles here. Really kind of focused on the surrender and using love to cast out fear. And then we have a Two of Wands. Talks about how we're creating what we could be creating in our environment or even in the places that we go. You're confused on how you impact your environment. That's what I'm getting. You really don't know that you actually bring in a new sense of stability in a sense because of who you are. If you're a type of Aquarius that doesn't put up with any baloney, any bullshit, then people know what they get with you. They know that you could be dependable, but they also know at the end of the day, you're not going to run your mouth behind their back because you are of more maturity than that. So that's what I would say with this right here. What else needs to come out? Yep. But you don't believe it. Because this lands under, I honor how I feel. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. The reason why I say you don't believe that, because we got an 8 of Swords here, which that was popping up in the cleansing out of the cards. I didn't know this was here, but we have a Devil in reverse, and then I have the Moon card. This indicates to me that I have an Aquarius who's made a lot of change. A lot of change. And this change came at the expense of what they believed in. They could have followed certain dreams, certain paths, certain callings. That's what I get with that here. And those certain paths, certain dreams, certain callings meant that you had to put down some things, some peoples, or some places. But I feel like you still reflect on that past time. A lot of whatever that past that you put down, it's still what I feel and see. It's in the back of the head there. That's what you still surround yourself with when it comes to trying to protect yourself, Aquarius. But you're not seeing that surrounding yourself with that. You're surrounding yourself with a lower vibration energy of how you see yourself, how you view yourself, how you feel about yourself, and even how you believe in yourself. Yeah, you're stuck in a thought about someone, someplace, or something that gives a King of Swords in reverse energy. Dare I say it, this is a narcissist times 10. This is the final boss of narcissists. I'm getting the vibe up here. You face something, someone that they thought, let me put it this way, they thought this place had a whole lot more to offer. Like it's something that everyone wants. It got its head up its butt that much that it's used to being up there and they can't even smell the shit. Excuse my language. But yeah, you dealt with something, because look at this, something is on the flip side with the Devil. This is part of what you put down. But you put this down also because you knew that there was stuff that you had to face. You knew that whatever this trajectory was with this one, this place, person, or thing was in an opposite direction than where you wanted to be. Because that's what I get, is I get that you've done a lot of changing. From going from A to B to C, you've done a lot of changing, a lot of searching within. So I have this King of Wands now. Maybe this is a dance with whoever this was. Person, place, or thing that you've done before many times. It's definitely something that really likes to put themselves off like a big deal. This is something that has been really hard for you to let go of as well, because this word surrender the outcome keeps popping out here. There could be a blocked heart chakra here where we're holding on to some bitterness, We got a grudge. We don't have any empathy for the way however things are turning out for whatever this person, place, or thing. It's almost like you're residing in an energy that they deserve it. In a sense, they do. In a sense, they do. What goes around comes around. But just know, Aquarius, that when you dwell in that energy, that's you holding on to the bitterness. That's you holding on to a grudge. That's also you closing off that heart chakra. And the heart chakra is one of the most powerful chakras because you can use it to heal, to rebalance the other chakras within you. I feel like this is a big emotional thing here because I see a lot of blue with both of these king energies. This person was over dominant. This place was very dominant. This place, thing, whatever, could have been possessive type of energy as well. And even employers can be possessive in them trying to capitalize on every minute of your day that they can get 5 to 7 days a week. What could have happened as well is you gave them a lot of your time. Believing in something, some kind of dream, some kind of outcome. Maybe you believed in the cause, whatever this place was, whatever this person was doing, whatever this thing. What else needs to come out for the present? Oof. So there's definitely a truth that's going to help bring on a transformation here. Okay, because there was some deception. Remember, I told you there's some deception going on. Now, what we have going on is this deception has to do with the Queen of Wands energy in reverse on this devil energy. And then it has to do with whoever this narcissist times 10 boss type of energy is. What they're trying to do, what you've done actually in your mind, is somehow you've linked whatever happened here to actions that you were doing causing it. It's like somebody being a victim, and then that victim is blaming themselves for everything that has happened to them that this one was doing. That's what I get. I think that you were a victim here, and I think that you're blaming yourself somehow for them victimizing you. It's something that you still wear. It's definitely something that you still wear on your shoulder to this day. It's something that affects your internal light. You know, how warm you feel about yourself in a sense when it comes to pursuing or even dealing with these others. Then I have this priestess here in reverse. That's going to be our, what was it, High Priestess moon energy. Again, another Pisces card out here. Pisces, Neptune energy shows much about how a person expresses imagination, mysticism, and mystical love. Pisces, I believe, their immutable energy, 12th house, ending old cycle, preparing for new. You haven't finished up with the 12th house energy here yet. This is something that is still a part of you. Again, it's something that you wear on your shoulder. It's something that has developed many sides to you, I guess. It could be that you just want to make sure you keep a lookout for anything else that's going to come in like this one. I mean, it could have even created a kind of paranoia here. Yeah. Then we have this Ten of Cups. This is more Piscean energy. Whoo-wee. You have 1, 2, 3 Piscean cards here. You got a Devil card in reverse. You got 2 Kings here that aren't even an upright either. That's a lot. It's a lot that's going on. It's a lot that's happened with this other. You know what, Pisceans, I'm led to see a community. This could have been something that was really prevalent in a place, somewhere you used to go a lot, I feel like, where there was a lot of others. Pisceans, I've always known them to be one of the crowd. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think of a school of fish. You know, they find protection in numbers. So whoever this other was, this place, whatever it was, if it was one of the crowd, Aquarius, it was a dime a dozen type of energy. But I think it wreaks a lot of havoc in you that you haven't recognized that it is just that. It's that a dime a dozen type of energy. The fact that it was able to even get close to you, I feel like that was the rarity. That was the rarity. I have this Knight of Wands here on this Two of Cups. That Knight of Wands is interesting. Knight of Wands wants to take off. Follow that charisma. Follow the passions. But what is it? What is it this night? This Knight of Wands, in a sense, has something on its mind, has something it wants to be familiar with. But again, it's closing its eyes to this. And that's that Two of Cups energy. Two of Cups energy talks to partnerships. I mean, look at this unicorn. Remember how I told you, Aquarius, in the vibe, that there's something that you've been praying about. Look at how this unicorn has its eyes closed and looking up. And the card that it was on was the Two of Cups here. Two of Cups is a fair exchange between two people, a partnership. There is something here, again, that you were manifesting with a full kind of passion, compassionate energy. Can I get a clarity card for the Knight of Wands? Oh. This kind of makes me sad. Aquarius. So I get this star energy. Star energy in reverse. This is why we don't see that Two of Cups here. It's almost in a full reverse. I'll read it for you because it has to do with this truth. It has to do also with you being trapped in your head, not seeing how much of this icky stuff that you put down when it came to old habits. It could be old ways of behaving, old ways of socializing, even old places of where you used to go. So I have fear of failure holds you back. You dwell on problems. A minor run of bad luck, lost hopes and pessimistic thoughts, lack of motivation, insecurity and self-doubt. Give away some of your money to keep money flowing into your life. Chance of mental illness if yourself or someone close to you. Oh, chance of mental illness in yourself or someone close to you. All right, there we go. Thank you for bearing with me on that. I thought I read that last sentence wrong. So, Aquarius, you feel broken. when it comes to whatever it is that you secretly pray about, pray for, you didn't give up hope. That's the biggest thing. You didn't give up hope, but you found a way to still look at it, look for it, but you did it in such a way where you're passionate, but yet you iced yourself off from really feeling it intensely in the emotions. That's so confusing, isn't it? Aquarius, you are confusing energy. You're a fixed air sign with water symbols as your gilf. They think they getting a little bit of left. They think they getting a little bit of right. No, they getting a little bit of above, below, all around. We're random. We're random. Aquarius, I would even say you're the type of energy that if you had a crush on somebody, that somebody wouldn't know. They would have no idea. You could see them every single day and they would have no idea how you feel. It's not that you're cold. It's not that you're secretive. It's just, again, there could be a part of you that feels broken. Broken from another experience, broken from whatever this other energy has put you through. It could have been more than one person who did it, just at two different times. And for some reason, you could feel like you always end up like at businesses that are like this. You always end up with friends like this. Your family always treats you like this. You always end up in relationships like this. And you have just said, you know, in a sense, this is all she wrote when it comes to being able to see eye to eye with something certain. It's a little different, Aquarius. I don't know Aquarius energy to give up very easily. And what I hear is I haven't given up. So Aquarius, you haven't given up. But you're not opening up for things to come in. You're not opening up for things to be different. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the block here. Angels of protection. Can you help guide our way as we navigate the Aquarius frequencies block here? What is it that needs to come out for this block? Here comes that Two of Wands energy now in reverse. Oh, man. This tells me you've solidified the doom of things before it even happens. I mean, it could be like the sense they're all the same kind of thing, but for some reason, there's something here that you deem could have a high chance failing. It has to do with emotional success. Getting to that rainbow with the people, places that you want to be aligned with. What else needs to come out for this block? Yeah. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that strength card at the bottom over here. I'm glad that this pops out again. I have this strength card here. You don't realize it, but this is something that pulls at you all the time. All the time. This is something where you hold yourself back to a lot of things as well. I mean, it could be the fact that if there's too much of something here, too much of focus, could be like focus on you or something like that, you will draw back from it. You will shy away from whatever this is. And this could be of a fear of going through something you once went through before. Could have been a real pain in the ass kind of situation where somebody, something was always up. They're very defensive. A workplace can be very defensive with things. And they could have been also somebody who would react over the most littlest of things as well. So I have this coming in right there. Whatever it was, whoever it was, they were a pain in the ass. They were a pain in the ass, but they tried to make themselves look something else, and it was through the things that they had around them. But at the core, they were a pain in the ass, whatever this was. Here it comes again, the Devil card. I feel like with this Devil card, one of the things that you need to stop being confused on and blocking yourself from, let's see if I'm right. It comes to this Two of Cup energies when it comes to these partnerships. Whoever this other was, they was just trying to collect you up. That's all it was. They were not worried about you. They weren't worried about any other before you. They're not going to be worried about any other after you. You were just merely a part of the collection at that point. There to serve them. There to be at their beck and call. You were not something that they would worry themselves over. This partnership, whatever it wasn't an eye-to-eye even exchange. This was an entanglement here. Being chained to something, to someone who was very possessive. Very, very, very possessive energy here. I mean, this could be the one that's lurking as well. This one that I told you, there's somebody here lurking, watching all your moves. What else needs to come out for the block here? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I gotta do instant replays when I'm editing these videos sometimes just to see how these cards are falling out. I'm not playing no card tricks here. Oh my gosh. So what lands over here exactly on this King of Swords is a Knight of Cups. Pouring one out for the homies. Whatever you have done to block yourself off from this energy, kudos. Kudos. Keep those blocks up, keep those boundaries up, because you don't want to let this person in again. I'm going to let you know you're not going to want to let this person in again, because it's going to be a mess. It's going to be an emotional mess for you, but they're already an emotional mess. They're an emotional mess, and they could almost blame it on you, because I'm hearing that. But I mean, what I can say is it will be cute at first. It may be cute at first if you let them put a toe up into your door. It may be cute. They may come in with a little sweet talk, a little wine and dine, you know, let's meet up, let's talk about these new opportunities, you know, what I see in a portfolio, blah, 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 let's talk about the future, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna come in and they're gonna offer, because you gotta remember, you're still dealing with that narcissist times 10 type of energy, the final boss here, the final boss of narcissists here. You're still dealing with them. All right? So you have to be careful. You have to be careful, because if you start to get back into tangling with this one, it's going to be a hot mess. And this person, they like to do that. They like to drink. They like to drink. I don't know if others, because I got them doing it on this other's back, I don't know if others know about this, or they sit here and try and act like they don't. I don't know. But they could already be drinking because of what has happened here. Because you're not with this. You're not dealing with this. They could sit here and need a drink because they can't handle losing you, in a sense. Now, that's not nothing to gloat about, but that's why I say you need to be careful. I had an ex who would go out and drink, and he, after we were broken up, 5 years, for 5 years, he would hit me up. Finally, the last year of it, he would only hit me up quarterly, but it was the same freaking thing. Get drunk, get to do a whatever he did, and then it was call me 50 million times to see if he could still get his foot in the door. And I feel like this is what this one's gonna do again. Whoever, whatever it is, person, place, or thing, whatever they are, they haven't changed. I could tell you right that they haven't changed. Whatever they blame you about hasn't changed. They haven't went around and corrected either what they've said about you. I want to just put that out there. They said a lot of mean things about you, Aquarius. A lot of mean things. And they went for your beliefs. They went and they talked about how you changed so much too. They went in and they tried to sit here and put down how you went off in your truth. You know, they could have even been at a point where they were sitting there trying to put themselves up on a pedestal so high, telling their friends, their co-workers, whoever, that you didn't belong there, that you didn't belong with them, that you weren't good enough. There's some about you that wasn't good enough for them. They needed something else. Whatever it was, they put you down. They put you down. They put you down in one way. They put you down in another way. And they ran with it, Aquarius. They ran with it. I think this is a part of the deceit here. Is whatever it is, they haven't, like I said, they haven't went back and they haven't corrected everything that they put out. Nor do I think that they would. I think that if you got back with whatever this was, they would make you look like a clown. This person, place, or thing, because you're going to show up there, show up with them. Everyone's going to know what they said about you. Everyone that is in their circles, family, like I said, co-workers, friends, whoever. They were all there for it. They know what that person was saying about you. Be careful. Be careful. All right, we finally made it. We finally made it to the conclusion. All right, divine and universal energy. What is it that needs to come out for the Aquarius? When it comes to you, seeing what you do, seeing how you impact people in a positive light. This is a part of your path, Aquarius. Your house is all about reform. You're here to teach others how to do better, how to be better, how to reach higher for things. Don't forget that one of the people in the mythology that represents Aquarius is a specific king who taught people how to stop sacrificing human flesh and instead give the gods cake. This is your job. You're here to wake people up from their ignorances. It's not always pretty, but it depends on where you give your focus, honestly. Alright, and the reason why I say it depends on where you give your focus. If you want to focus on their opinions, then you're going to be met with extremes there. You know, one of the things is, Aquarius, is we cannot change what people's opinions are. We can't. You know, what the opinions that they have about us, that's on them. That's none of our business in a sense, but at the same time, no matter who it is, person, place, or thing, family member, parent, you can't change it. You can't. That's their opinion. They came to that themselves. That's their own being. And that's one thing that we have to learn how to let go. How to be able to walk away from others' disturbances. Is that the right word? From others who behave in ill ways, who think illy of others. Who live in a corrupt mind kind of set. Yeah, corrupt mindset. There you go. This is definitely a part of this month. If you go check out my new moon in Aries, full moon in Libra interpretation, you're going to get a sense on how we need to take action, of when we need to go, when we need to stay, but making the choices not based for our corrupt communities, not based on the opinions of others, but based on what's good for us, Aquarius. And that is a part of navigating the extremes on your path. Again, you are a house of reform. Again, this is kind of why Aquarius energy can feel like we're the oddballs in a community. The oddballs wherever we go, again, because we see things so differently. Something else we have is balance. Ooh, talk about that Libran energy. Balance. How can we balance the confusion? How can we balance the different phases of life? How can we balance the different days that we endure day in and day out? Some days are good. Some days are just freaking awful with the public. Not gonna lie. It's just the way some days are. But the whole thing is, it's up to you what you wear on your mind. If you want to wear the sufferings of others, then you have the right to do that. If you want to wear getting to know yourself and wear that connection of getting to that higher connected energy, you are allowed to do that as well. But again, a part of Libra energy in a different deck, I think it's the Wisdom Chakra cards, they have the balance card, and they have 3 individuals that are upset, and this other one behind them who's trying to balance that out. You are going to rock boats. That's just your energy. You are meant to be this breath of fresh air for individuals. You are meant to open up others to different possibilities that they didn't know was possible. How do we teach others? It's by our own actions, Aquarius. Don't forget that. All right, let's see. Creation. what you do, how you creatively walk on your path, how even you interpret the way you are treated by others is something that not many people understand. It could be even people feel like you turn your back onto them because you're trying to be your authentic self. But I feel like it's through these kind of created movements, creation, where you're creating that way to keeping yourself true to your path, true to your purpose, true to where you want to go. Keeping those foundations strong that you have with the alignment with this soul being. And I feel like one of the biggest things here that pulls at your strength is you don't see that you have such a close alignment to your truth, to your divine energy. And you need to see it here. You really need to feel it. It could be through some kind of creative project, something that is going to be a collaboration. It could be with you and another person. What I see is definitely staying lax about this instead of trying to control it, because Aquariuses, we can be a little controlling, fixed air sign. And especially when we see or when we think of how stuff should be, maybe ways to go with it. What I want you to do instead of hopping all over it is to sit back and observe a little bit. Let the creation start to flow and flow with it. All right, so let's see. We need two more cards. What are the last two for Aquarius? Ooh, acceptance. All right, so this acceptance here speaks upon the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Look at that. Look at that there. What else? Look at that one. What else? Look at that one. Two of Cups. And this acceptance. Two people reaching for each other. You have to let it flow. You gotta let it flow. Whatever you've been wishing upon a star, whatever you've been praying about, you have to let it flow when it starts to show up. Could be even with, again, interactions when it comes to some kind of group project. You gotta let it flow. Accepting the divine's hand in the grand picture when it comes to your path, your purpose, where you're going, where you're trying to be with whatever this is, person, place, or thing. Last card. What is the last card? Ooh, we get 3 cards. Trust. 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 Release. And beauty. You don't see it, but you're special. You don't feel it, but others do. It could even intimidate others. It's not you that intimidates them. It's their insecurities around that they have about themselves. You're just an energy that is strong. It brings a lot in. It makes people look at themselves a little differently. Maybe ways that they could step up. Maybe ways that they could do a little different for themselves. That is very, very beautiful energy to have. You are like a cosmic conductor walking around, and you have this energy that touches, I would say, everyone that you meet in some way. Sometimes it rubs them right, sometimes it rubs them wrong. It depends on who they're aligned with more. Because all those ones with those inner demons, oh, it rubs them wrong all day, every day. It's not a 9 to 5 kind of thing either. It's a 24/7. But Aquarius, I really, really feel like the biggest thing is to work on this project. And to be open to this collaboration, whatever this more than one person type of energy here, because it's you and another. I don't know how big this group is. It doesn't seem very big. It seems like you and another. And again, your past from you dealing with yourself and another is one of the things that's blocked you off. And now the divine is going to present you with something to help get you forward. But first, it's asking that you go ahead and you pick your head up and you look at that reflection of yourself, the person that you became, the way that you even lead your light, the way that you lead your light on your journey, your light even when you meet others, because you are very special, Aquarius, very special, and there could be something really special on its way. Again, don't be closed off to it. Let's open up to who you are and the type of energy that you bring to the table. All right, Aquarius, this is going to conclude it. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for coming on in and helping out with these positive messages. And I hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.